What's up? Hope y'all been good. Feel me? Back again with another video. Shout out my nigga Quinn. Shout out Amy. But yeah, I'm making this video because I got a comment on my TikTok where, what the video was about, you shouldn't feed into your negative thoughts. If you do, you're just gonna create a worse reality for yourself, right? And I could tell the last part, right? You'll create a worse reality for yourself is the part that ended up, getting to this commenter. And I don't think getting to it, like getting him to comment, right? I don't think it triggered him or anything. Maybe it did, I don't know. But for one, when I say stop feeding into your thoughts, I'm not saying to stop thinking, right? I think that's what this commenter thought, right? His comment basically said, the way how you're seeing things is how you see them, right? When people try to stop thinking certain thoughts, or just thoughts in general, it sounded like he was saying all thoughts, right? He said when people try to stop thinking thoughts, they just makes them think about it more, and especially people with OCD. That's pretty much the gist of what he said. And for one, I don't want this video or my response to sound like I'm throwing shade, because it's not. I understand the way how he's thinking because I used to think like this, right? And it is true. When you try to stop thinking about certain thoughts, yes, the thoughts will come more, right? It'll make it worse. But what I'm saying, when I say stop feeding into your thoughts, it's not me saying stop thinking about your thoughts, right? You have to, for one, understand, nigga, your thoughts are always gonna fucking happen, right? So there's a lot of reasons why people do certain things to run from their thoughts, right? People sometimes smoke to run from their thoughts. People sometimes watch certain videos to run away from their thoughts. Sometimes people just like to do certain activities to run away from their thoughts, right? And when I'm saying stop feeding into your thoughts, I'm basically saying stop giving them more ammo. Stop giving it more momentum, right? For example, the example I gave the commenter is that, let's say, for example, you have something very important to do, right? Or you had something important to do and you forgot to do it, right? Instead of going, what if this happened? What if that happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? You should just try to work within the reality that you're in right now, right? That is feeding into your negative thoughts. You're feeding into what could happen, this and that. And it's like, bro, in all reality, everything that you keep on saying what ifs about, yeah, maybe they could happen, but none of it happened, right? You're literally thinking about scenarios that don't exist. You're feeding into your negative thoughts, right? And one of the main reasons why I don't even like being on TikTok is because there's a lot of non-believing energy, right? The beginning of his comment said, that's only for you, right? Why is it only just for me? What is it just like, bro, the key step to, or really just the first step, not even necessarily the key step, but the first step to overcoming anything is believing you can overcome it, right? When you go to the doctors, right, and let's say, for example, you broke an arm or you broke a leg or you broke something, right? And the doctor tells you you'll make a full recovery, right? Now you believe you'll make a full recovery, right? What's it called? Let's say you're doing therapy for, I don't know, a broken or spraying something, I don't know. The doctor tells you if you continue to do this for 3 months, you'll make a full recovery, right? Now you believe, okay, if I do this for 3 months, boom, right, I'll heal, right? And people kind of miss the fact that you need to believe shit first before shit can become possible, right? Because if you don't believe it, how can you do it? If you don't believe it yourself, how can you do it, right? And I use the doctor example because why should you need someone outside of yourself? Well, no, right? For example, that's not the perfect example to say what I'm saying, but in general, when it comes to overcoming anything, you need to believe it first. You need to believe it. There's a reason why the doctors don't just withhold that information from you. They don't just make it a fucking surprise, right? Well, you've been healed, right? This much time has passed, now you're healed, you can leave. No, they tell you you'll make a full recovery, right? They try to ease your mind, rest assure you. Sometimes doctors will tell you to make a full recovery even though you won't, right? And that's how you have a lot of miracle shit happen, right? A lot of shit that just be like, what the fuck, right? Because you believed it. So you were within a state of energy of, I'm gonna get through this, Okay? And I find it very interesting a lot of the time when people go to therapy for things and they never overcome it, right? In the sense of like, people will be in therapy for 3 to 5 years, and it's like, bro, how the fuck are you still in therapy, right? And I'm not talking about for war veterans or anything. Fine, I'll give them the pass, right? But not even fine, I'll give them the pass. They get the pass, my nigga. You see me? They seen some shit that they really probably didn't want to see, right? But bro, my nigga, for anything else, and I don't mean like, and it's just in the sense of like, if you want to be happy, right? If you want to be happy, right? If you have been in therapy for 3 to 5 years, at that point, right, you either don't believe you're going to overcome whatever it is, or you're still holding on to that thing, right? You're still holding on to your demons. You're still carrying your demons around. And it's like, bro, at that point, you're just talking to somebody to talk about your problems to. You just want somebody to talk. You just want somebody to have, you want somebody so you can talk to them about this shit, right? And nigga, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Therapists love y'all niggas. I'm keeping it a buck. Therapists love y'all niggas, bro. They love y'all niggas. The people that won't let go of this shit, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm almost confident there's therapists that just tell you that you got to keep on coming back, right? Because it's like, you don't like, bro. It's just sad. But like I said, when I say stop feeding into your negative thoughts, it's not me saying stop thinking, right? Another thing I'm gonna get into is that you have to realize the thoughts that you have, the activity in your brain, is not necessarily you. So for example, right, go in your head right now and say, hi. I just did it, right? Now, that is you. That is you, nigga. When you say in your brain, right? And you say hi in your brain, right? Realize that is you. Now, the shit that's going on in your brain, the activity in your brain, right? The shit that you can't control necessarily, that is not you, right? Did you sit there in your head and go, nigga, fucking, I want some waffles. Waffles would be great right now. I don't know what the fuck would you be saying. I don't know what type of activities going on in your brain. But most of the time, these be heavy thoughts. They're not even thoughts where it's like, I want something thoughts, right? They're more like, fucking, damn, if I don't fucking do this, then the world's gonna end, nigga. It, like, listen, I'm already knowing it be thoughts like that sometimes. But you have to make a separation between what is you and what is not you, nigga. Now, and the reason, and it's crazy, because believe it or not, once you make that separation between this is me, that is not me, you become one. You actually become one within the mind, and you actually start to understand the mind, okay? Right? Realize that thoughts that are in your brain that just happen to just keep on moving around and keep on resurfacing. Sometimes you get reoccurring thoughts, reoccurring negative thoughts. Realize that is a lot of the shit that you've been around, a lot of shit that you attract to your brain, right? You have to realize, nigga, you attract good and bad things to your thoughts, right? Not even to your thoughts. It's just good and bad, right? That's why sometimes you'll have a good thought. Sometimes you'll have a bad thought, right? You have to realize, nigga, you attract this shit, right? So it's very important what you're around. It's very important who you're around. It's very important what type of music you listen to. It's very important what type of media you decide to consume. All that shit, bro. I said this in one of my other videos, but I only watch Dragon Ball Z right now, right? It's not to say I won't ever watch other stuff, but for what I know right now, this shit is actually like very positive to my brain right now. Very positive to environmental everything, right? And there's a reason why, nigga, if you watch a whole bunch of dramas that involve killing, nigga, the funniest part, bro, is that you'll sit there and be like, that's bad. That is a whole bunch of bad shit I'm looking at. This is terrible, right? This is terrible. And this is why it's important to know how to transmute, so then you can look at shit from a different lens and be like, okay, you can see the positive in things, right? Be an alchemist within certain situations or certain things that you're watching. I would consider myself a heavy alchemist, nigga. I'm a heavy alchemist. I gotta get me a Full Metal Alchemist tattoo, but I'm a straight alchemist, bro. I view things very different from people. This is why people instantly say, but that's for you though. That's how you see things. Because I'm transmuting, nigga. Transmuting is not an ability that only one nigga have, right? One thing that happens when you raise your frequency is you believe you can do everything, right? This is why I say tapping in with your higher self is very important, because your higher self will get you away from a lot of these things that are fucking you up, right? When you're not tapped in with your highest self, you're with the lowest self. So your lowest self, like, nah, that's not possible. You can't, nah, we can't do that. We did that. This would happen. You see what I'm saying? This is why you feeding into bad thoughts. You're feeding into bad thoughts because you was with the lowest version of yourself. The lowest version of yourself feed into everything. The highest version of yourself is untouchable, nigga. The highest version of yourself cannot be touched by nobody, shit, my nigga. It's not me, right? It's not you. So you're not gonna be like, damn it, that might be. No, you know yourself so well that you like, nah, you know what you're not aligned with, is what I'm saying, bro. So it's very important to what you're feeding your brain. If you're not gonna tap in with your highest self, nigga, make sure you're getting away from shit. You have to be the one to do it. If you're not tapping in with your highest self, you have to do it, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say this to you. Nigga, you go check out my Patreon. I literally made a video on how to tap in with your highest self, bro. But a lot of y'all cannot tap in with your highest self because y'all continuously feed the lowest self. The lowest self loves feeding into negative thoughts, nigga. And a lot of time, y'all only feed into your negative thoughts because y'all are comfortable within your thoughts, without realizing that there's activity in your thoughts that isn't you, but you always associate it with you, right? And in terms of like what you're around and controlling your environment, nigga, you have to, and I keep on saying you have to realize, but bro, you are the control over the experience, bro. Simple. You control the experience, my nigga. You control what you're around. And a big part of, feeding into negative thoughts and just, it making your reality worse is you have to take accountability for how much control you have over this bitch, bro. Stop worrying about the things you can't control. Stop worrying about the things that you can't do. Worry about the things that you can and can control, bro. Simple. Worry about the things that you can control. You always worry about the things that you can't, the things that are your fault. Aren't your fault. Worry about the things that are your fault, my nigga. You start to realize, damn, I had so much control over this shit. Bro, y'all see our problem. That is y'all problem. Bro, I got a comment where a nigga said, I forgot what I said. I said something about like your purpose or something. I got a comment. A nigga said, it's a good thing people working at power plants and doing shit like that so you could make these videos. Nigga, these niggas, how are you, bro? And now I'm not getting mad about it, but it's more so like that's a great example of like, nigga, wherever you are at in your life is because of you, nigga. The fuck? Yeah, I'm grateful for them niggas, but they could have chose any path, right? These niggas could have chose any path. That's not to say I'm ungrateful for this shit, but realize, my nigga, you cannot try to put what other niggas is doing in their life on anyone else when they try to do something in their life, bro. The highest version of you do not need to say shit like that. Cause what? Cause there's any less, nigga. This is my life. What I'm doing is very important. That's their life. What they're doing is very important. Understand that. Stop trying to use the perspective of other importance of other shit to down other people and make niggas feel like what they doing is less because somebody else doing some shit that they chose to do, my nigga. That don't make no sense. You sound stupid. And I can tell you with the lowest version of yourself. What, you mad because I can do it out because I get to do these videos, nigga? You mad because I get to do these videos? I don't give a fuck if they got low views or not. My nigga, shit. Bro, that's some weird shit, bro. This is why I don't, it's the same reason I don't like being on TikTok, because it's a lot of energy like that, bro. A lot of energy like that. I can't be around this shit. Y'all niggas be on TikTok storing this shit, balling this shit up, and then throwing it at niggas. And then it be all y'all niggas in the comments just, bro. Like I said, bro, when I say stop feeding into your negative thoughts, I'm not saying that you need to stop thinking about your thoughts, right? Realize some thoughts are you, some thoughts are not you, nigga. And to control the thoughts that are not you, you have to control the things that are around you. If you're not with the highest version of you, you need to get away from it, right? Protect what you see, protect what you hear, protect how you think, right? Simple, bro. Simple, man. I'm getting heated because it's just like, it's real shit, bro. It's real shit. Like I said, bro, a lot of y'all niggas is not ready to drop the demons y'all carrying. And I get that. It could be scary. It could be hard, bro. It could feel like there is no way to actually leave that shit behind. But, bro, you control that shit, bro. You do. You. So when I say stop feeding into that shit, you're creating a worse reality. Realize you control the experience. You control everything that's going on around you, bro. I'm going to drop a video about how to reality shift, bro. Real shit. And I already know when I drop that video, some people going to get it, some people not. Simple, bro. And look, I might have to get simple written on me, nigga, tatted on me or some shit. Cause it's like, it's really simple, nigga. It's really simple. It really is. It really is simple. Y'all niggas make it complicated because y'all decide to go down with the lowest, my nigga. Go up with the highest, my nigga. Anyways, that's it, man. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to the commenter because I wouldn't have this video without him. It is all love. Everything I say in this video is all fucking love, bro. Don't let nobody tell you what you can do in your life, bro. Right? Don't think what you're doing is any less than what anybody else is doing, my nigga. Right? Because you control what you want to do. Right? If someone wanted to do something with their life and people told them that was important, that's their life, nigga. Nigga, if you want to fucking sell ant farms, bro, to you that's important. So it's your life. That has highest importance to you. It does not matter what anyone else thinks is important. Right? People will tell you go get a job that is important, a job that helps society. Don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you not to. But nigga, if to you that's not important, it's not important. Why the fuck is niggas telling you what's important, bro? Think about that. It's your world, nigga. Change how you view things, change how you see things. It's been your boy, I'm out, bro. Shout out to Quinn, shout out to Amy, my nigga, I'm out.